Nagtaka at nagulat ang head coach ng Iran na napakalakas na daw ng Pilipinas na dati-rate ay tinatalo lang nila at tinatambakan. Ibang klase na daw ang pag-angat ng Pilipinas sa Asian region. Balikan natin kung bakit ito nasabi ng head coach ng Iran.
Quarter, it's Ray Parks, Kiefer Ravena, with Dwight Ramos, Junmar Fajardo, and RR Pogoy as the 5. For Coach Chotre as the 4th was spectacular against Senegal yesterday. Can they do it again? Junmar powering down low, forcing it up. He is fouled for 2.
And great protestation on the part of Iran's coach. Actually, they defended Junmar well, forcing him to make a pump type of a shot. But again, he'll go to the free throw line. Remember, we were down by as much as 5 points, I think, in the third quarter. So it was a pretty good comeback when we decided to try to take it on the inside, pound it in.
Establishing Junmar, always a good idea, Dr. J.
Yeah.
And they've done it early here in the fourth quarter.
Oh! That might have been a distraction play if he did not make the shot.
For sure, it
He
would have
jumped
been
into
replaced.
the lane too soon.
46-43, a 3-point advantage for Gilas. They're pushing here on defense. Pogoy almost forcing that stop. But Iran able to recover. Outside shot is good for Yazamlu. Tied ball game once again.
We gambled on that play by trapping. And of course, Junmar, it was difficult for him to close out on 2 people. No?
Kiefer sets up Pogoy. He needs one. Finally gets it.
First 3 points for Roger Pogoy and a good assist pass there by Kiefer Ravena.
Confidence booster type of a shot for RR Pogoy. Let's see if he can deliver more of those here in the fourth quarter. Alzari being defended by Parks. Tough shot, that's short. Easy pickup for Pogoy. Now
One
more
of the
energy
few times.
on offense for Gilas. They're playing with a little bit more speed. Fajardo catches it down low. Junmar sends it out to RR. Repost for Fajardo. Shot block is at 7. Junmar lost it. There's a tripping foul called against Iran.
Team Iron, number 4, pushing foul. 伊朗队4号推人犯规，是赛精神和 Team Philippines。菲律宾队请求。
So Junmar Fajardo, Dr. J, scored all of his 4 points from the free throw line. He'll get 2 more.
是赛精神和 both team 双方请求换人。
I don't think there were free throws.
Oh, they will
being
not give
given,
him free
yeah.
throws yet.
Because I thought he was pushed, but he was down, not really in the act of shooting.
Baseline throw-in instead for Gilas. Try and add to this 3-point lead. It's 49-46. Ramos leading all scorers with a dozen. And then AJ Edu has 8. CJ Perez has 7 for Gilas. Fajardo, handoff to Kiefer. Ravena using that ball screen. Pogoy lets it fly once again. Short. Oh, a couple of Gilas players gunning for the same loose ball. Outside to Muhammad. 2 to shoot. Outside shot. Won't work at the buzzer. As Malonzo fighting for that ball. It will be Iran possession still. I love the effort coming from Jamie Malonzo, Dr. J. Majidian Downer here, fresh 14 on the clock for Iran. Yazarlu has had a couple of 3-point conversions already. Only 4 to shoot now for Iran. And this baseline out of bounds play.
It's still anybody's ball game at this stage. No? Oops! Got bumped in.
Yep, that's
could
a
be an
foul-baiting
offensive
call.
foul there.
Pogoy will attack, did not have the numbers. Everyone focusing on Junmar on defense. Parks has it. Now Ravena. He wants to go back to that ball screen once again. Kiefer pulls the trigger. Too strong on that 3-point attempt. Rahimani being defended by Malonzo. Almost 3 minutes already gone here in the fourth quarter. Low scoring affair between the Philippines and Iran. It's down to just 4 for the red shirts. Fajardo got a piece of it, and that's another shot clock violation against Iran.
Shot clock violation. Substitution for Team Philippines.
Dr. J, the defense is holding steady, but the offense has yet to really explode for Gilas.
Yeah, I still think we cannot go away from what got us back after falling down. Gotta pound the ball inside. Give Junmar a chance to get a touch. And then let him make the decision if he's gonna find the open man. And you have to be ready to shoot. If that ball moves around, you cannot pass up on an open shot.
Would really help if Ray Parks gets another spurt of 8 points like he did in the fourth quarter of the game yesterday versus Senegal. Offensive foul against Junmar, as it will be a turnover versus the Philippines.
Edu is going to come back in to replace Junmar.
Jamie Malonzo trying to implore the entire squad to play with more energy at this stage. Because Dr. J, at this point of the ball game, one big run could win it
For either team, yes. You know, and that's the reason why Iran, you know, they have stayed in the ball game. You know, they continue to play the game that got them back. They have not changed. They may miss shots, but that's because we're closing out a little bit better, understanding their movement. But we're just not making shots, you know, with guys that we expect to make shots.
Azari, only with 3 to shoot. Good defense coming from Newsome. Clean block from Nuno as he's pushing here. Newsome bounce it over to Parks. Extra pass to Jamie. Malonzo to Bogoy for 3. No good. AJ Edu tapping it, but it is Iran that comes away with it. Really good looks though for Roger Bogoy, Dr. J. Just did not get any sort of efficiency. Tough shot, very difficult shot there for Iran, as the Philippines will get another stop. Bogoy drives off on the banker.
A little bit wild there. He thought that he probably would get a foul so he could go to the free throw line. Nothing came.
So neither team really getting into an offensive flow here in the fourth. Alonso staying in front of Majid. Iran again forced to take a difficult shot. AJ Edu gets called for a foul with Azari taking that jump shot.
This is the second time our big man has been called for that kind of a foul. Remember, in the early part was Japet in the very first 3 points for Iran.
Azari has been trying to foul bait with those outside shots. Finally, the referees agreeing with him. That's the first of a set of 3 free throws to possibly tie the ball game.
Missed that second one.
But Dr. J, these are the types of games that build character because it's so tough. It's something that you have to grind out if you're Gilas Pilipinas.
Yeah, I think what's important is, you know, we're all preparing for the World Cup. In these games, eventually the one against Mexico and Montenegro, going to be big challenges. But of course, we might be a little bit more complete and probably with a 12-man lineup already.
Another turnover here for Gilas Pilipinas as Newsome went up against 2 defenders. The ball bounced off of his shoulder.
Yeah, you know, the game of the international game is completely different from the professional league in the PBA. And you can see these kind of teams. This Iranian gritty team, you know, just doesn't want to give up, staying in the game. It so happened that we're just not shooting well from the field. That's why they're in the ball game, you know.
Coach Sotrez subs out Newsome for Dwight Ramos. It was a quick stint for Newsome here in the fourth quarter.
And Perez, by the way, is also in there.
Let's see if he can create some opportunities for himself and for his teammates. Oh, that's illegal. 100% illegal.
Violation. You know, after he missed the shot, He held, actually, that could be a technical foul, and that's what Coach Chot is asking, because he hanged on the ring and then stayed there. No? But no calls of that
technical,
nature.
just the
But I thought that
violation.
could have been given a technical foul there.
Philippines ball. 好的，我们继续给双方来点加油声。Philippines.
So 49-47 is the count. Still a 2-point lead in favor of the Philippines. CJ Perez will now be playing the point position. Perez on the attack. Good pass to Dwight. It's Malonzo. The extra pass is stolen. Could have taken that shot already.
Yeah,
We lost it on the way up. Perez with a takeaway. Jamie locked up. That's a clear foul. It's not called. He hits the layup nonetheless.
making up for his earlier miscue. He was looking for a foul too. No?
Oh, it was a clear one, Dr. J. Referees not blowing their whistles. Still enough for a 4-point Gilas lead, 51-47. Majid could not bank it home. Edu adds another board to his tally. Edu inside against a much smaller defender. He sends it out to CJ. Big man on Perez. CJ will create. Perez on the attack. It's spiked away. Majid Rahimian to Hatami Far. Denied by Dwight.
A late call, but that's going to be a foul on Dwight.
Philippines, number 24. Blocking foul. 2 shot. Philippines
So 2 more free throws here. Coming up for Iran as Kiefer Ravena and Junmar Fardo are about to come back into this ball game.
Being replaced by Kiefer Rabena and Junmar coming in for Edu.
Hatami Far, the free throw is a miss. Look, if Hatami Far is down low shooting a layup, I think it's a great idea to just foul him because he is not a great free throw shooter.
Yeah, they missed 3 free throws already in this quarter, no? Which would have
Rebounders
really brought them closer. No?
must be ready though, and Fajardo was there to claim it. 3:20 remaining in this ball game. This is the final game of the WUS International Basketball Tournament. Ramos attacks. Malonzo to Ravena. He lets it fly. 3-point shot is gone for Kiefer.
One of the few times you make a 3-point shot of 2 or 3 passes, no, on the outside.
He also made a key 3-point basket
In that
in the
game
fourth quarter
yesterday.
Takeaway for Jamie. And that's a preemptive foul. Will they
Yeah.
give it as an advantage foul? Referee saying they were level, so not yet, just
holding foul.
a holding foul against Iran.
Substitution for Team Iran. 伊朗队请求换人。
Iran making another substitution here because they're losing the grip on this game right now. They're down by 7. Momentum is on the side of Gilas.
Biggest lead for the Philippines since the first quarter. Let's see if they could add a little bit more to it.
Only 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in this ball game.
Before
Open
sending up
shot.
Parks from the corner, back-to-back threes for Gilas.
Number 1, Raycross shooting. Timeout. Timeout for Team
That
Iran.
old San Miguel Alab Pilipinas connection. Ray Parks and Kiefer Ravena combining to extend this lead back up to double digits. 57-47. Timeout, Iran.
繼續大聲啲啦，劉經理做乜嘢啫 ？Philippines
Last shot was deemed only as a long two, so it is 56-47. A 9-point lead for Gilas Pilipinas. Almost a steal there for Dwight Ramos. As Kiefer will be called for the foul. That will send the Philippines into the penalty situation with 2 minutes 28 left in the fourth quarter.
That'll be the 14th foul called against us, which will put us in the penalty on the next play. One of the Iranian players may have strained his finger there.
That was Yazarlu, who had to be subbed out. 14 seconds on the shot clock for Iran in this must-score situation.
We're up by 9, huh? Because that shot of Bobby Ray is a 2-point shot.
Good look for Jafari, could not sink it as Dwight claims the rebound for Gilas.
Now what we have to do here is manage the clock and not make any turnovers. Get off a good shot, but manage the clock.
Ravenna going back to that ball screen. They find Junmar Fajardo. 8 seconds on the clock. Kiefer has it. Back to that ball screen. Cross-court pass. Ramos for three. That's good again!
He's been our hero for the day. Almost 2 days in a row.
But how about the playmaking of Kiefer Ravenna, Dr. J?
Yeah,
the game changed upon his re-entry.
Yeah, use the clock properly and you still get off a decent shot. And our player made it.
Really changes when you have a legitimate point guard on the floor directing traffic. Dwight Ramos taking that basketball away.
One of our leading scorers, probably leading scorer, and probably one of our best rebounders also.
Kiefer, clock management at this stage. A 12-point lead for Gilas.
He has too much experience to go early.
Ravenna, though, lost control of the ball as he turns it over, but a counter steal for Jamie Malonzo. Ravenna will not push it, allowing Ramos to touch this basketball with a minute remaining. Ramos on the move, one-hander, drops in. And that might just do it, Dr. J.
We've won this quarter by 13 points so far.
And it all changed with the re-entry of Kiefer Ravenna helping out and setting up his teammates, making that crucial three-point shot as Iran will call a timeout. They're down by 14 points, 61-47.
Time's up.
.9 seconds remaining in this ball game. Gilas up by 14 points, 61-47. Iran taking a long time to come back onto the floor after calling a timeout as they are finally ready to resume the action. Again, we thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Pamintuan with Dr. J. Andy Howe on the call. We extend our appreciation to the promoters of this pocket tournament, Mr. Jericho Ilagan of the Philippines, Mr. Joaquim Lobo of Macau. Thank them for their invitation, as this will be the final game of the WUS International Basketball Tournament.
The promoters have really been very gracious, not only to the Philippines, but to all the clubs that came.
Iran taking a lot of time in setting up a play. They take that tough shot, and the rebounding, Dr. J, at the very least, has been solid for Gilas Pilipinas here in the fourth quarter.
Well, a loose ball foul called against one of our players, and we're in the penalty, so it means 2 free throws. I think it was an Edu, no?
Not much to worry about at this stage of the ball game.
Yep. Junmar is coming back in for Edu. I think maybe on the offensive end again. That was a defensive player, two players coming in for defense, and two players now coming in for offense.
So Coach Short really treating this as a legitimate game, even if it's a 14-point lead. He's still doing offense-defense substitutions, Dr. J.
Yeah, but you have to have the discipline.
Yeah.
We're gonna compete in the World Cup. You remember, and those teams have been solid. First game for us would be the Dominican Republic, and that's a solid team. Yeah.
Split from the free throw line, and we're down to the final couple of possessions of this ball game. Good press break from the Philippines. Ramos avoiding trouble. Oh!
Second
but he
time
did
he's
not
lost
see
the ball.
Hatami far
No.
with that ambush steal. Dalino Ladsan could not convert. Rebound picked up by Kiefer.
No calls. So play on. Oh!
Jamie Malonzo will score on the layup.
Not a perfect pass, but a perfect finish for Jamie Malonzo.
So this is now
And
the biggest
no more scoring here.
advantage in the second half for Gilas Pilipinas, and it will hold as the final score. It is 63-48. Another prime time fourth quarter performance, Dr. J, for back-to-back wins to end this trip.
Yeah, I thought that the boys woke up. Coach Chot finally found the combination that could really get him going, and Dwight Ramos big factor in the end game, together with Kiefer quarterbacking.
Legs were a bit heavy due to that trip earlier. It took them, I think, about 4 hours to get here to the next city. It was tough in the second and third quarters, but they finally figured it out. Solid fourth quarter outing with good three-point shooting. Kiefer Ravena,